Hey everybody, so now it looks like Wall Street is getting ready to open in about 10 seconds. In New York, that's 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and here I am in Southeast Asia at 9:30 p.m. Indochina time. That's for Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand. Wherever you are in the world, welcome. As we watch the gold chart, let me just expand this a little bit and we'll look at the full view. There we go. And so what have we got here for today? This is a full chart of just today. And what you can see here is the Asia low. That's right over here. This is where the market started the day with a big, massive candle, continued to come up and went up and set a new all-time high at 55.98. I cannot believe I'm saying these numbers. 55.98. Hey, they were watching from Nepal. Oh man, just three more days and I will be in Nepal. I'll be going to Kathmandu on Monday afternoon. I hope to meet up with some Nepalese traders while I'm there. And thank you for asking. I'm doing really good. So this move here that started off the Asian market today from 54.19 went up to 55.98. That is a $180 move in 45 minutes. 1,800 pips in 45 minutes. Just remarkable. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And then, of course, it did come down, and then it, kind of consolidated there for a little bit, and then started to move back up. And we got back up real close to that all-time high. Got real close to that, but then started to come back down. And then here is the opening of the London session. So this is the Asia high, this is the Asia low, and then these other lines, these are support and resistance lines that I have drawn through the day as the trading unfolds during the day. I mark the support and resistance. You can see here we had resistance. Over here we had resistance. We've got resistance now. And back here we had support. Over here we've got resistance become support. The support again. Down here we have support and support again. So I draw these lines as I go through the day, as the market unfolds. Well, that's a good question, Deeparshan. Am I looking for buy or sell? I'm not looking for anything. I'm letting the market tell me what it's going to do. Wait till the price tells me what it's going to do. We have already moved up 1,800 pips. That was today, earlier, when Asia opened. And then London, London session, they just manipulated the price. This is the accumulation zone here. Then London manipulates the price. So now Wall Street is open. So I don't know which way it will go. I don't know. I'm wait till see what the price is going to tell me it's going to do. The U.S. market opened about an hour and a half ago, and then we had some news, and the news that came out right here on this candle, right here, the news came out. It was bad for the U.S. economy. That was the unemployment claims. It was bad news for the U.S. economy. So that's good for gold. Okay, but gold came down the first 15 minutes. Then it went back up for 30 minutes, and now it's coming back down. So what we're seeing is just a range, just range trading right now. It's just trading between this support level and this resistance level. So what it will do, it will either break above and go to higher prices, or it will break below and go to lower prices. But it hasn't told me yet what it's going to do. What do I expect? I don't expect anything. Gold is just like, wow, it's just crazy. Just watching all of these things. Yeah, you're right, Deeparshan. It's crazy. Totally wacky. I got up this morning and I was shocked. 1,800 pips in 45 minutes. Come on. What is going on? And that's not retail traders. That's the institutions, the central banks. The central banks are buying tons of gold and they're really pushing the price up. So what I kind of expect, we have the Asia low here, which was the previous high for yesterday, because the market didn't, there was no gap. It closed right here on this candle, then it opened right there on that one. So there was no gap. The previous day high yesterday was the same as the Asia low today. So what might happen, there's two scenarios. Okay, what might happen, it might come down here and take out the Asia low and then start to go back up to higher prices. All right, in other words, it will fill this gap that we've got here. That's a likely scenario. And it looks like we're headed down now in this first 30 minutes of Wall Street, first 6 minutes of Wall Street being open. The likely scenario is that they will come down and take out this Asia low, sorry. They will come down and take out this Asia low, and that's the previous day high from yesterday, and then start to go back up to higher prices. So I'm just waiting. That's what we do as traders. We wait and let the price tell us what it's going to do. The other scenario is that they would go up and take out this Asia high, and then we start to see lower prices. But I expect, what I'm looking at is, I think it might go for the first scenario. Come down here and take out the Asia low, and then during the New York session, go to higher prices. But I'm waiting for the price to tell me what it's going to do. And usually the first 30 minutes of Wall Street, I don't do anything. Well, Piranha scalping strategy, that's a video I made quite a long time ago. You can watch the video and have a look. It's got the strategy is explained in the video. It's a very simple strategy. Hunter 87. Well, I'm Hunter 87. I'm already streaming in Kick. It's streaming right now in Kick. Yeah, I just look at the chart now to kind of see if the price is going to tell me what it's going to do, and kind of prepare my mindset and get ready for whatever trade might unfold, what we might see happen. But you look at that. Look at that. All it did was come back down here to support and then go back up. It's in a range right now. It's been in a range since 3 hours ago, 3.5 hours. It's been in this range right here. Support, resistance, support, resistance. It's just trading sideways right now. And if you get stuck in here, you can't make any profit. So I'll wait for it to break out above resistance or break out below support. That's what I'll be looking for. Unless if you're scalping, then you can make trades here, buying and then selling, and then buying and then selling. If you're scalping on the lower time frames, we're looking at the 15-minute chart. Now it's trying to go back up. That was bad news on the U.S. economy, and that is good for gold. So we could see continuing bullish movement during the New York session. But maybe towards the end of the session, we also might try to fill this gap and come back down to our Asia low. Just have to wait and see. And that's what we do as traders most of the time. Wait. Hey, Broda, how you doing, buddy? It's evening here, morning there. Yeah. I hope you have a great day there. Nice sunny day. Yeah, Deeparshan, I just can't wait to go to Nepal, to Kathmandu. My first time in Nepal. I'm really looking forward to that. Leaving on Monday, and I'll be staying at the Kathmandu guest house. I'll only be there for 1 week. I go on Monday and I come back home on the following Monday. Really looking forward to that. I hope I can hook up with some Nepalese traders while I'm there. I know you and the other guy in the Discord group, TTP Discord group. I know you two. I'll chat with you when I get there. And surely there will be some traders in Kathmandu. I don't know if I probably won't travel around the country too much. Just kind of check things out. Oh, see, all it's doing is just bouncing between these two here. You got to be careful this first 30 minutes. They're trying to, there's no real clear direction yet. No clear direction. Don't chase the candles. Whatever strategy you use, trust your strategy, wait for a good trade setup, and then take the trade. And use good risk management, protect your capital. Trading now at 5515. I never thought we would see these prices. Who would know? Who would know that when we open today, we're going to move up $180? Oh, it's crazy. 1,800 pips in 45 minutes. Unbelievable. I won't stay here too long, guys. Maybe another 15 minutes. Because after that, then I'll be looking to take a trade of telling me what it's going to do. So if you got any questions, you can ask them now. Or you can message me on my Telegram. My ID is @RickRayFX. That's my main messaging service, and I usually reply pretty quick to that one. Telegram @RickRayFX. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you'll be notified. And of course, if you're new here, you can check out my website, rickrayfx.com. And if you're a new trader, you can stay on the channel here. I've got more than 700 videos in here, all about Forex, various strategies. And I even have a free trading course for beginners. This is the setup. If you want to get started trading and you want to know how to sign up with a broker and set up MT4, MT5, learn all the functions and features of that, how to how to place orders, pending orders, buy limits, sell limits, risk management, trading the news, all of that in a free trading course for beginners. You can find that on my website, rickrayfx.com. So still in that range, just broke a little bit below that, went back up, and now still in the range. Looks like it might want to go down. This is our second candle after Wall Street opened. Let's see what it's going to do. This is kind of what I think. This is scenario one that I mentioned a few minutes ago. Scenario one. Looks like it wants to come down and take out the Asia low and the previous day high from yesterday, right in here. Because just below that, that's where the liquidity pool is. And then once they take out that liquidity, then they'll be able to push the price back to higher prices. But that's not yet. I'm just waiting to see if that's what. Yeah, it's getting confirmation now. Looking bearish now for sure. Going to that next support level where we were earlier today, several times. If it breaks below that, then there's no question. This is going to go down and take out the Asia low. That's where the liquidity is. It's called a liquidity pool. Right down there, right below that. And it'll come down here, bang, take out all the liquidity because everybody's buying and they put their stop loss down here, and you'll have pending orders also. So this is a huge liquidity pool right under here. And then once the institutions grab that liquidity, they'll be able to push the price. They'll be able to push gold to higher prices. Well, let's see if we're going to get confirmation of that. That's the first scenario I explained to you a few minutes ago. Do I sell gold? Why would I sell gold? Gold is bullish. When something is bullish, I look for an opportunity to buy. And gold is bullish. Yeah, sure, there are retracements, pullbacks, and if you're trading on a shorter time frame, like here, you could sell this, yeah. But for me, I prefer to wait for an opportunity to buy. And if I see that gold is going to come down here, I know I know what it's going to do. They're just coming down here to grab the liquidity, and then they're going to go to for the last 10 days, gold has moved up almost a hundred more than $100 a day average. So why would I sell gold? You can, you know, if that's your strategy, you want to trade on the shorter time frames, you know, you could get a good trade in here if you got a shorter time frame and a good strategy, a scalping strategy perhaps. Or even here, you know, in this range, you can trade in a range if you're scalping, but you can't hold these trades for very long. These are all 15-minute candles here. In fact, here, and I'll stick around for a few more minutes, and I will share a different screen with you. Let me just change my chart. I'll show you a little bit idea what I do. Let me cancel that and then save this chart. Okay, now I can change it. Okay, this is the 1 minute chart, guys. And what you see here, I set this up a little bit earlier. This is about an hour and a half ago. I set up this demand zone. You know, it's been coming down all day, all this time here coming down, and then it showed that it was developing this demand zone right here. Okay, so I didn't take a trade. What you do with the demand zone, this is where the buyers are waiting, and it's also a support. So I set up this demand zone across here, and what you do, yeah, it goes up, but I didn't take the trade here. Okay, because what it will do, it'll come down and test the demand zone. It comes back to the demand zone. So this is right here is a fresh demand zone. So I took the trade right here, and then I rode it up to here. Yeah, we had some pullback, but this was a good trade based on my strategy. At support level, a rejection of the support level, it comes down, grabs the liquidity from this demand zone. This is where the buyers are waiting. Goes up for a bit, pulls back as that's normal, and then goes up higher. And then that was that was just before Wall Street opened, so I got out there. And now this demand zone, this is not valid anymore. So in fact, while I'm on this chart, I'll just get rid of that. We have support there, and it's breaking below support. So it looks like it's going to lower prices. That's how I trade, guys. I use the 1 minute chart to get a good entry. Let me go back to the chart we were looking at, the 15-minute chart. Yeah, there we go. This is where we are. Did that make sense, what I just explained? It was very short, very quick. I know there's a lot more involved in how you set up the chart, but that showed you the kind of trade that I'm looking for. looking for a buy trade. So I have that demand zone, and that's where the buyers are. And then when I see that being tested, and then the support level is rejected, then for me that's a buy trade. But you can't hold it forever. So just before Wall Street opened, I closed that trade. Good profit. What about you guys? Have you taken a trade? Does anybody? I think some of you probably going short. Maybe you're taking a sell trade. If you take a if you're taking a trade, let me know. I'm curious as to what other people do, what your thoughts are, what kind of trade setup you're looking for. Let me know. I'm going to stay here for another 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'll sign out, and maybe I'll be able to take a trade as the market unfolds. I don't do anything the first 30 minutes of Wall Street opening. So that'll be 10 o'clock, 9. So I guess in Nepal, that's about 8:45 p.m. roughly. I think I've got that right. No? Yeah, that's right. You're 1 hour and 15 minutes behind me, I believe. So this is what's happened in 1 hour. First, we went up to resistance, and now we've come back to support. That's 1 hour. Two bullish candles and two bearish candles. So which way is it going to go? There's no clear direction, guys, not yet, unless you're scalping. But I want to be able to catch a longer trade. And down below here, below this Asia, down here is the demand zone. I don't even have to draw it on the chart. Okay, all the buyers they're waiting here. This is where the stop losses are. Everybody's been buying, 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 and they put their stop losses down here and their pending orders. This is called a liquidity pool. But we're not getting any clear direction just yet. Now it bounced off of this support level and now it's come up above this one. So definitely no clear direction just yet. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign out here. It's gone. It's right on the hour now. Wall Street's been open for 30 minutes, so we'll see what this next hour is going to bring us. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a good trading session. And don't forget to like and share this video. It does help the channel and helps me, helps encourage me to be here on time every day, Monday to Friday. All right, wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow in the Asia session. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 8 a.m. Indo Standard Time. Okay, see you next time.